Gentlemen, welcome to another Let's Grow Pulling, and we're live in Dubuque, Iowa at Seven Hills Brewing Company, and this is also the brewing company that's going to create the Remedy beer, so I'm really excited about that. Ron Stone, we got Ron Stone from the Outlaws in the top right. Brent has left us for a little bit. He must be having supper again. Ryan Zolik in the bottom left, Paul Romack in the bottom middle, and Big Ryan down there in the big bottom right corner. Welcome, everybody. April 12th, again, want to thank the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association for sponsoring Let's Grow Pulling every Monday night. Ron, take it over, I guess. This is the first one of the year, right, Dubuque?
First one. Going to get it kick-started May 21st and 22nd. Dubuque County Fairgrounds in Dubuque, Iowa. Bill Schwadder couldn't be here tonight, the promoter there. Going to have 6 classes. 2 nights of pulling for the Outlaws. Now, he does have some extra classes. He's going to throw in some street pickup classes. I think it's going to separate diesels and dualies and gas, single rear wheel with dualies. And he's talking about also bringing in some semi trucks. So he may actually start on Thursday night. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but he would run some street classes on Thursday night. Friday and Saturday, the Outlaws, we come in light modified tractors, limited pro stocks, the 4-1s, modified 4-wheel drive trucks, diesel super stocks, super mod 2-wheel drives, and unlimited super stocks. So 6 classes each night, Friday and Saturday night, starts at 7 p.m.
Awesome. So, hey, Ron, have the Outlaws been to Dubuque before?
You know, I'm not sure if the Outlaws have been there since I've been with the Outlaws. That's a no.
They have.
In the past, I think they may have, or we may have, but that was before I joined the Outlaws. So I'm told it's a really good facility and it draws a really good crowd there. So really looking forward to it.
Zolik, how many times have you been to Dubuque over the years?
I have been there. I have been there when it was the NTPA poll.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been there. Outlaws was there, I think, about 3 or 4 years ago. They had they were there a couple times for the fair, and then this for ECI. So I've been there for multiple organizations for the fair. This is if I'm able to make it, so it'll be the first time for an event in May. So, but several times to Dubuque and a long-standing tradition there at the fair.
Yep. Sounds good. Bruce, have you been to a poll at Dubuque before?
I have never. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make this one either.
It happens. We can't be ever. Brent, have you been down here before?
Bummer.
I'm not. I was planning on making the trip after Greentown got canceled last year with the rain out, but I didn't want to make that drive and then be there all night and then drive back up north of La Crosse. So, no, but I do plan on making it down for the Outlaw Bowl. So,
sure.
I'm excited for that.
If you're just joining us, we're live from Seven Hills Brewery. I do want to introduce my brother-in-law, Keith, the owner of Seven Hills. Keith, wave at the camera. And they're working on.
How's it going, guys?
So Big Rye is a beer connoisseur. So I want you to show some of the beers. Hold them up to the camera there and do your thing.
Well, Big Rye, what kind of beer do you like to drink?
I want to know what's in those barrels over your shoulder.
Oh yeah, we barrel age a lot of different styles.
That's my jam. I'm a barrel aged stout guy.
Barrel aged stout. Yep, that's what we do the most of. We have a barrel aged Mexican lager coming out, Cinco de Mayo. We have a bunch of big stouts and bourbon, rye, and red wine barrels. So that's all probably next winter. Given that it's getting warm out, we kind of have lighter stuff. Well, this one's dark. This is a peanut butter and chocolate pastry stout. It's
Nice.
like the brewer and myself love Reese's, so that was a no-brainer. Just a phase, hazy IPA. People think it's a phase, but we think it's here forever.
I think you're probably right.
They're taking over West Coast IPAs. It's like the Biggie versus Tupac of beer.
I think there's room in my fridge for both.
That's what I'm drinking here. This is a pomegranate vanilla wheat ale. The vanilla is really, really forward in this one. Sells tremendously. And this right here is kind of taking over our as a flagship. I don't know if you guys watch South Park, but I'm a huge fan, and that's the gerbil that was in Richard Gere's asshole.
Nice.
It's Lemmy Winks. So we called it Lemony Winks. It was a lemon wheat ale, and then we fruited it with blueberry, and it tastes like a blueberry muffin.
I'll bet that goes over very well. I can see how those would work.
Yeah.
So I know you're familiar with the Iowa craft beer scene. I'm about, I don't know, maybe an eighth of a mile away from Barntown.
Oh, right on. They do good stuff.
Yeah, so
cool. Yeah, their neon's really good.
Yeah.
You have any spotted cow there behind the bar?
We you can't get that.
You don't get it, huh?
No, they can't sell it. They can't sell it there.
Right. Well, as the Dubuque Pull, May 21st to 22nd, the promoter, Bill Schwadder, he's a Wisconsin guy. He's from Green Bay originally. And he said he's going to get a case of spotted cow for all the winners in all the classes at the Pull there in Dubuque. So little added winnings there at Dubuque in May.
Right on.
And probably a fairly nice payday for the
Jason's
quick stop.
been on my ass to make a beer for 2 years now, so we're finally getting around to it. It's going to be a cherry wheat ale. Chose cherry because of the color of the Remedy tractor. And so the beer is actually fermenting right now. I got to go to Chicago to get the fruit concentrates. It'll be very drinkable, light, like 4.5%. Yeah, the fruit of wheats are kind of the go-to intro beer right now. So, ladies, gentlemen, elderly, under 21s, everybody can drink them, crush them. So it's finding its way everywhere. So
It's the truth. It's the truth. So cool. Well, Keith, thank you for doing this. We're excited to have the Remedy beer, and then we're going to have the tractor down here that Thursday or Friday. You and I have to work some details out yet when we unveil the beer. We got to have the tractor and the beer. So it all makes sense.
you put it in the alley.
We're going to put it right out front. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So cool. So Ron, let's kind of recap the Outlaw. Let's recap the Dubuque Pull again, and if you want to talk about maybe like the first month or so of the Outlaw pulling season, then
Sure.
we'll let you go. So thank you for coming on tonight, Mr. Stone.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Like I said, Bill would be here, but something come up. He was unable to make it. So just to recap the classes that we're having at Dubuque, the limited pro stock, the 4-1 tractors will be there both nights, Friday and Saturday. Light modified tractors, 6,000-pound mods, mod 4-wheel drive pickups, super modified 2-wheel drives, diesel supers, and unlimited supers be there both nights. Like I said, he is going to add some street classes, which will be separate from the Outlaws. So you'd have to reach out to the Fairgrounds to find more about that as far as the street pickups and the street semis.
Hey, Ron. So,
Yes.
Ron, unlimited super. So, if we could talk like Jordan Lustig to bring in the silver bullet out, he could come hook with the Outlaws, right? In the unlimited class?
Nope, that's a V8. Gonna have a 6.
Okay.
Light unlimited super, 6,000 pounds. So
Okay, gotcha. I just want to make sure I'm
504 cubic inch limit, right, on alcohol tractors, Ron?
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Maybe equivalent to light supers and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think this poll has a chance of being really, really big because of the time of the year and honestly, we're coming off COVID. I think it has a chance to be a really big poll, and I want to get it promoted the best we can. So,
Do you know, are they running 2 tracks there, Ron, for this evening?
2 tracks, 2 nights. Yes, be 3 tracks, three classes per track per night. So, really expected probably quite a few 4-1 tractors there. Is the remedy going to be done to make it down there? That's the big question.
yes. Well, I hope so.
All right.
We are shooting
Good
for
deal.
that. We are
Awesome.
shooting for that. So.
Awesome. I know we got a lot of calls from Wisconsin and surrounding areas when they first saw that we were having a pull in Dubuque. So the 4-1 guys definitely taking an interest with this pull in that area. So we're looking forward to it. Going to be a good pull. Never been to Dubuque before. It'd be my first time, but really looking forward to it.
Well, it's a good track. It's a neat facility. I've been there many times over the years with East Central Iowa. I think they're having multiple polls this year. I think East Central Iowa's having a poll here.
yeah, they still have their big poll there.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that in conjunction with the fair, I assume, or is it standalone?
Correct. Yep.
And I know Badger State used to be here years ago. They've had NTPA. I've always came here and watched the NTPA Thursday night Grand National Pro Stocks. That was my trip to Dubuque always. So I was real excited about that. So cool.
I see that. The Bone Twister is planning on coming. Good news. Awesome.
Nice. Hey, Ron.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the light mods for a second. Who can we expect there? Is that kind of the usual suspects? Is that the Texas crowd? And
The light mods, I think you're going to see more out of the state of Nebraska than anything.
Okay, so more the turbine guys and
Yeah,
Allison.
that'd be similar to what was at Mountain City this last summer.
It'd be a lot, very similar to that.
You'll probably get some out of Illinois as well with that run ITPA. I think that's similar to Wilson Up, correct?
Yeah, I've heard some rumblings of 2 or 3 that are talking about coming already. So possibly more. It'd be great if we get more over there. Not sure how Illinois is going to pan out this year for COVID restrictions and all. So hopefully they get all that taken care of. But I'm sure a lot of those guys are chomping at the bit to come hook somewhere. So hopefully we get some more out of Illinois. Even some Missouri tractors are giving me a call and showing some interest in coming up there. So should be a really good class of tractors. So.
Well, for those of you fans who are thinking about going, and that should be all of you, for those of you who like those mod classes, that light mod class, I think probably 4 of the 6 of us sitting here tonight who were, we were all in Mound City, and I think we all figured that was probably one of the best classes of the night. Those guys put on a heck of a show.
And diversity, a lot of diversity in that class as far as power plants and combinations. Allisons, turbines, twin turbines, Hemi, Chevys, turbochargers, blowers.
There's even an LS. There's a twin or triple LS there.
What's that?
There's a twin or triple LS that was at Mountain City.
Yeah, twin with twin turbos on each. Yeah.
Yep. So
I think he's actually in the social media ad that we put out last week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a lot of interesting combinations, which I always enjoy, all those different combinations. Love the aircraft engines. It's a good time when you see a little something different pull up the sled each time. So.
And there's even a teeny tiny little worn out old school bus motor that, it's been known to bruise a whole lot of egos.
Yeah, if we can get him up there, that little tractor.
Boy, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
He's
when that tractor hooks, boy, that's something else.
Yeah, it's surprised a lot of people over the years. That little DT 360 motor in that converted to alcohol and a single turbo. So I hope that's another one. If we can get him to come up, that's another different power plant, in that class. It's definitely not a cookie cutter class, and that's why people enjoy it so much. Is the diversity.
Yep.
Well, cool. Ron, you want to outlet maybe go what's coming up after Dubuque for the Outlaws, and then we'll let you go.
Sure. Of course, after Dubuque, we're going to take a break for Memorial Day weekend, and we'll take the 4th and 5th of June off, and then the following weekend we'll be in Ravenna, Nebraska, 2 nights there. Big pull out in Ravenna. Then Arlington, Nebraska, on the 19th of June. Manila, Iowa, Whitewright, Texas. Then, of course, Rock Valley, Iowa, coming up there in early July. So a lot of good pulls to put on the calendar. I can go through the whole list here, but we've got 37 hooks, I believe it is, this year on the calendar. If you want to go to the website, it's outlawpulling.com, or look us up on Facebook as well. You can find those full schedules there for the 2021 Outlaw season.
Ron, is the schedule pretty well set in stone at this point? No pun intended.
Yeah, yes and no. There may be a little surprise in there. We'll just see what happens. I'm not going to throw it out there yet, but there could be a surprise out there. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, it is set in stone right now, but there may be something added. I'll just throw that bone out there.
Cool.
Sweet.
So,
Well, Ron, thanks for joining us tonight. This is the first time we've ever been able to go live from a real brewery, and there's probably like 50 people here watching, so that's pretty cool. That's
awesome.
pretty
Very
cool.
nice.
You have a
And
good night.
you're not even distracted that much either.
I'm trying. I'm behaving. I promise I'm behaving. So,
All right.
yeah, I got lobster mac and cheese waiting for me right over there. So that looks really good. That's my
That's
buddy
a pretty
Brian.
big distraction for you.
That's Brian Myers. That's our distraction. Ron, thank you for your time, sir, and we'll talk to you real soon, okay, bud? Thanks for doing
Thanks,
this.
Jason. Thanks, guys. Take care.
See you, Ron. Take care.
I'm gonna bring up Chad Richardson next, Paris, Missouri Children's Miracle Network poll. Chad, I'm gonna play one of your videos, and then we'll start talking, okay, bud?
All right.
Bruce, I need you to talk to Chad a lot more. I can hear somewhat here, if you know what I mean. So.
Yep.
We walked up there, walked in within probably 15 minutes of sitting in the room.
Yeah.
We said, doctor, what do you think this is? And she said, well, Jackson, you have leukemia. And she said it. She didn't take me aside. She said it right to him, right to me. And
Yeah, pretty direct.
it was pretty direct.
Yeah.
And, we had tears, pretty much took us both to our knees. You would hear about, situations, and you would see it on television, and you never in a million years thought it would be our family.
Children's Miracle Network is an organization that partners with local children's hospitals. And so MU Children's Hospital is one of 170 CMN hospitals across the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico.
All the money that you're donating to the charity, it's local. Like, they're right in Columbia, which is just amazing. And then all the money goes directly to the hospital, and it helps with, the equipment, the things that help patients feel more comfortable. And yeah, it's great.
Makes the nurses' lives a little easier too.
Yeah.
We as a group looked up Children's Miracle Network, did a little research, and I found out that you could choose specific things that you want the money to go to. It's not going to go like a lot of organizations you donate to. The money goes way up top. People skim a little off of it before it gets down to the cost. With the Miracle Network, we give them a lump sum and say we want to do this, and they're 100% perfectly fine with that.
Today we've got to tour the facilities and really kind of see have an up close encounter as to what they do and what our money is going to be going towards. I knew in the beginning we wanted to purchase a giraffe omni bed. Kind of had a small idea of what that was. Had no real idea until today. And we actually got to see them in action. I mean, they had these tiny little infants in them, and they were just, I mean, they had billy lights, they were warming, they had one that had like mist going through. It was just a really neat experience, and that's what our goal is this year.
You never know when it'll affect you. I've had a lot of friends, family, that have found themselves in that situation there. You never know when it's you. It's not necessarily a disease that you might be born with or whatever. You might be in a car wreck. You might find yourself needing your child there. It could happen to anyone. They're there to help, and they touch so many families. It's just a no-brainer.
Well, like you were just like a normal mom living your life, and then one day got diagnosed with like leukemia, and that like hit you really hard. And I think a lot of people don't like realize how hard of a thing that is until it happens to them. And I think it's good to tell people that like when you're donating, you're really helping like people like us who struggle with this sort of thing, and you're helping give them hope and helping, you know, like positive outlooks with children. You're just making the hospital a better place, and you're definitely supporting everyone, and it means a lot.
Paris is a real close-knit community. They're very supportive of anything.
The city, the fire department, the ambulance crew, local people, everybody's willing to help and pitch in, and I think that's what we have, that hometown feel. It's home for us, but we'll make it your home too.
We want to bring something big to a small town, is what we want to do.
Us at High Limit Productions would love to invite you to the first annual Children's Miracle Power Pole held in Paris, Missouri, May 25th. Our goal at High Limit Productions is to be able to partner with the Children's Miracle Network to purchase a brand new Giraffe Omni bed. We'd love to thank our sponsors for getting us a wonderful start, but you can still show your support by coming to the Power Pole May 25th. Every admission counts, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Big Rye, take over, buddy.
Yo, well, it's been a while since I'd seen that video. I forgot that's actual visual proof that Dave actually does have shirts that have sleeves. I was shocked when I saw it.
Yeah, true story.
So,
well, hey, just real quick, after seeing the video, it reminded me. Our miracle kid a couple years ago, Jackson, as you saw in the video, and Jackson's mom just posted on Facebook here in March that he just got a 34 on his ACT. So he is.
How about that?
He's by the handles.
That's awesome. I was going to ask, how is he doing? He's in remission, apparently, doing well.
Yep, he's doing great. Doing great.
That's great. So let's start at the beginning, because I know we've covered this. I mean, you and I, we've talked about this, and I think the guys on the call know too. But for the people who don't, where did this all start? What happened? What kicked this off? What got this ball rolling in your heads?
Well, it started off, we wanted to have a tractor pull. And then, so we got to talking about it and trying to figure out the best avenue to go and the best way to do it. And, we all take life for granted, and never know when you're going to need something. And so we wanted to do something to give back and to let our excitement, our enjoyment in a hobby we love to do benefit somebody else somehow or some way.
Again, I was having conversations with family members and loved ones, and this was an idea we came up with. Was, what about the children? I mean, they're in our own backyard. What about this organization we hear about all the time that's constantly asking and referring to they needing this type of help? And it was amazing how many friends and loved ones stepped forward saying that my kid, my grandkid, my niece, my nephew they had to be in these NICUs. They themselves use these giraffe-only beds. So it's a great idea, but until you meet these people and talk to these people, it's a no-brainer. It's absolutely where our funds needed to go.
That's awesome. And I mean, speaking personally, and you guys know that I didn't know where I'm going with this. I've met one of the, I've had my own encounter with this in the form of a 6-year-old now, 7. Is Jace? I don't know how old Jace is now. But he's somewhere around there. And how Jace wouldn't be here had it not been for one of those beds opening up when it did.
Absolutely. And Jace is our sponsored Miracle Child this year.
That's what I kind of thought, which is cool, because not only is he a kid who wouldn't be here without that bed, but that kid eats and breathes and lives and dies by tractor pulling more than any of us on this call ever could on our best day. I mean, if you want to talk about a kid who is truly ate up with it, oh boy, that's Jace if there ever was.
He's 6 years old going on 40 and knows tractor pulling better than most people, I'd say, listening today and on this call. And just truly him and his whole family, a huge inspiration, and somebody else that we had no idea had these experiences. And it's been a pleasure through our raising money and through this program, really have gotten to know them and their family extremely close, and very blessed to know them as much as we do.
Yeah. Same on my end. I love those guys. It's always a highlight of the weekend when I get to see Jason and his pops. So the first year we did it was 2019, and I was involved in that year. And that was the year where you guys showed a ton of resilience, just because how many times did we cancel and reschedule that? Was it once or twice?
We had a rain out date and canceled it once, and then had to try to find a hole and fit in a schedule to keep plugging away and trying to get it taken care of. Then we got the day we had the poll, about 3 o'clock, a rain came through. And so we really struggled to get spectators, in the stands. But that first year we wrote the Children's Hospital a check for $41,128.82, which is pretty outstanding for all the adversity that we fought to make that happen.
And how many of those beds does that buy? That's one bed, that's 2 beds, that's 10.
One bed.
One. So we hit our goal, right? Because the goal was to buy at least one.
Yep.
And for those of you who are watching and listening, I'm going to disagree with Chad about having a hard time getting spectators in stands, and I have proof because I have pictures. Those stands were absolutely packed. The people in Paris and the surrounding area came from miles around to come and enjoy the show, and they showed what happens when you bring a big event to a small town, like what Justin was saying. So that all having been said, what's in the works for this year? Give us the where, the when, yada, yada, yada.
Well, it's June 18th in Paris again. Gonna kind of run with the same line that we did last time. We're gonna have, just a couple farm classes that are about, I think they start at 5 or 5:30, something like that. And then we're gonna roll right into the Lucas Oil Show at 7. We've got the 9,500 pound 4-1s. We got the 85 Limited Pro, the 466 class. We got the light limiteds again. We've got the Pro Farm again, the 3.0 diesel truck, the light Pro stock class, the 540. And this year we did add some noise and got the super modified 2-wheel drives.
Sweet. So full night that's going to be a full show.
Oh, absolutely.
We're running. Yeah, you're running 2 tracks again, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And have we heard anything, just, real early running feedback? Where are you getting phone calls from as far as competitors go? Is it going to be typical, the typical Western Series competitors, or are we seeing, with like the light limiteds? They're all over the place. Are we gonna pull some of those guys in? Do we need to start making phone calls or no?
Absolutely. Make all the phone calls. Wear them out.
Good.
I was going to say, you're probably going to get a couple Wisconsin guys because we don't have a WTPA poll that weekend. And I know like Zenz and David Bayer, they like to travel, so they like to go.
Yep.
They're good friends with the autos, so I would expect a couple of them to make it down.
Awesome. Also, I want to put this out there for anybody listening with a light pro stock tractor. I'm promoting our tractor pull here, but being a tractor puller as well in a new upcoming class, the light pro stock class in this area, I've been working with Daryl over at Fayette, and Daryl added the 540 light pro class on Saturday night as well, the night after us. So that would be a 2-day hook for everybody that's within 45 miles apart. So make it worth their time to, travel from Wisconsin or Ohio, or, we had a tractor from Ohio come down there 2 years ago, Wiederholt, and taught us Missouri boys what tractor pulling was all about.
I think it's kind of time we repay the favor, isn't it?
Oh, I hope he comes.
I know it. And I hope he brings friends.
Yes, absolutely.
All you guys from east of the Mississippi, put this on your calendars. That's a great track. It's a great crew, great staff, great crowd. And you'll never have more fun than you do on a weekend out in Missouri.
Yeah, and again, there's not a whole lot to do out there other than tractor pulling, so we absolutely know how to make it a good time ourselves. But like you mentioned,
foot forward always.
But like you mentioned, the crowd there is fantastic, and just for the cause itself, to be able to see, and we always have an appearance from the Miracle family. Last year, Jason, his dad, hooked up and actually made the first hook of the entire night with Jason on his dad's lap, and so we try not to bring out too many of the waterworks, but it is just an overwhelming experience to be there, and just, like you said, just an amazing crowd, a small town that welcomes all the tourists, so to speak. It's a great time.
Good deal. You get any phone calls from Kentucky yet?
No, I have not.
All right, good to know. I'll put the bug in some ears. We've got some. I mean, obviously Kentucky is kind of light limited pro country, and light limited super country, and I know they don't mind traveling.
Yep, I have been pushing over Snapchat to Lisa Tatum about making sure she makes a trip up here.
Well, what do you say we'll put the you want to come on and make the impassioned plea next week? I'll send you the link. You can join up and you can put the hard sell on her.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say there's not a whole lot of excuses not to come, and that's actually on the day of our son's first birthday. So he turns 1 year old on our pull date. So if we can be there, then I don't really see why anybody else can't.
Really? You scheduled the pull for your kid's birthday party? Come on, that's phoning it in.
Unfortunately, last year we did have to cancel due to COVID regulations. Wanting to be respectful of everybody's health. However, the one silver lining is the day of our pull is when I went into labor. And so as Chad is holding his firstborn son, he was like, "Oh, if we had our pull going on, I'd be gone right now." So if we can make it work, I'm sure everybody else can too.
Boy, this kid's gonna have one heck of a first birthday party, isn't he?
That's exactly. For sure.
Wow. Well, you're kind of putting everybody else on the block to shame.
Yeah, we go all out. We're first time parents, so we go all out.
If you go big or you go home, right?
Yeah.
Chad, can you see that picture on your screen, buddy?
I can.
Can you kind of go around the table and introduce everybody left to right?
Yeah, so left to right here.
Because you're pointing at it. They can't see what you're pointing at.
Left to right, we've got Justin and Alicia Edwards. Then next to them, we've got Chris Popkes.
His wife, Carrie, is also on the board. She wasn't able to be there today or that day.
Then to the right in the white hat with it on backwards and the red shirt is David Doherty and his wife Bonnie. And then the guy in the green shirt that you're looking at and the guy in the gray shirt is a couple guys that wanted to come on board with us because they saw what we did, and they love tractor pulling. They've got a farm tractor also, but that's Stan and Jared Robinson, and they're going to be a big asset for us and great guys.
And then not pictured is the photographer, that'd be me, Olivia. Somebody has to take the pictures, so.
I think Jerry pulls doesn't he pull a D21?
Yes, he does.
That's what I thought. All right, Paul, the floor is yours. I know Paul's super duper excited about this event.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't say anything there for a while. That video kind of got to me. I'm one of those people that got to personally take advantage or whatever, use one of those beds. My son laid in one for, I knew I was going to do this. Time out.
I understand completely. I was watching it. It's been forever since I watched that video, and I was like, "Oh, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready."
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. And I tell you what, those beds they're amazing.
Don't be ashamed, Paul, because we see that every year at the Badger State Banquet when we give the check to the American Family Children's Hospital in Madison, and almost there's not a dry eye at our banquet when they show the video of what they send us to play at the banquet. So we see that all the time, and the event that we get to do in June, the week before your guys' is for our Children's Hospital in Madison is just we see that just what people come together and what pullers do to raise money for these for the children that go through what they're going through at these hospitals. And there's most people probably know someone that have been unfortunately had to take a child either there or have been through that themselves.
So that's
they're amazing, scary places, that's for sure.
Yep.
So last year or 2 years ago when we did this for the first time, what else did we do? I'm trying to think. We did our own benefit, like charity auction after the fact, just with the pullers in attendance. You guys got any tricks up your sleeve? We're going to make Justin run his mouth a little bit, or no?
Well, yep, of course he's gonna be auctioning off a couple things. Also, Justin Stuckenschneider, bless his heart, he made us an awesome toy last year, and then we had to cancel. So he's just had this toy sitting in his collection over there until this year. And we've got Connie Mullinex's the Gopher tractor he built, and it's actually the old Gopher. They redid the tractor since the toy's been built, so it's vintage now, a classic, and
it's a collector's item now, right?
It's right, but I sure hope it brings a lot more money that way.
And it's actually that one will actually be done as a raffle or auctioned off at the pool. We'll also be doing a raffle ahead of time for a 22 Henry.
Yep. Henry Golden Boy.
There you go. There's a Golden Boy. That doesn't sound like a gun.
So why were you so timid on that, Olivia? You got to say that. You know it.
I lost focus for a second. I went in with such confidence, and I'm like, I don't know that I know what I'm talking about. But there is a raffle for the week on there, and we'll be doing a lot of cool things like that. We'll also have.
We don't have any ammunition though, so.
Yeah.
Who does?
Exactly.
We'll also be having our booth there, similar to what we did 2 years ago as well, with some of our top sponsors that will be there. I'm really excited to be able to showcase them. I can tell you what I'm most excited about, and that is the food. I'm married into this tractor pulling thing, so I appreciate the fellowship, understand the family, but I go to the pools for the beer and the food, and there'll be plenty of both of those things there as well. So it's really, we got something for everybody.
At least you're honest.
I'm anything but, that's fine.
So, who in the local community, who can we thank for getting in your corner and staying there and being a sponsor and helping you guys out? I mean, you don't have to roll through the entire list. I know you're adding more as the days go by, but
So,
we had a lot of flexibility with the sponsors that we had. That a lot of them who went ahead and gave money early last year, and we had to cancel it. A lot of them, bless their hearts, just said keep it, roll it over, do with it what you need to do to have a great next year. So we have several of those. Like Senior Benefit Services was one of them. We had a couple other listed as well. Some people, Hokey Pokey Ranch were a couple of them that, again, just said, no, keep it. I am really excited this year, that we do have some new sponsorships. I understand COVID this year was not kind to anybody. And I know who was affected the most are those small businesses and those family-owned businesses. But, when you have a cause like this, we're seeing a lot of people dig deep into their wallets and being able to give us those sponsorships. So it's been really interesting to see what COVID has done, but really what's coming out of it as well. Some quick shout outs we do want to give are people who sit on the board and have put a lot of work into this. So that's CDR Constructions, E&E Motors, Popke's Trucking, Dotery Tax and Accounting, and Wineland Livestock and Tanks. We also always have a huge sponsorship and connection to A1 Containers and A1 Disposal. So they are kind of the people behind the power that really make it so that we can do right by the kids.
That's awesome. I just had a thought and I just lost it. Oh, one of you guys needs to go drop by Gavin Spoor with your hand open.
Yeah.
Go see the guy. Go see the Mr. Popcorn himself.
I saw he finally bought a real tractor.
He did buy a real tractor, and boy, wasn't that a pretty one?
Yes, it is. It looked like he bought it.
When I saw the picture of it, I'm like, no way. The timing's too coincidental because it was April 1st. So I sent him a text. I said, was that an elaborate April Fool's joke or is that the real deal? He's like, oh no. That's the real deal. That's the planting tractor.
Yep, and he bought it from one of our sponsors as well. So I think he bought it over there at Side and Stricker Noby.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. So yeah, hopefully we can get him out. If I have anything to do with it, if I have to, I will. I'm bigger than he is. We'll get in there.
Good.
So. Guys, anything else? I don't know. Have we given Jason enough time to, eat his dinner and his lobster mac and cheese?
Yeah, he's still stuffing his face, pretending like he's there.
Paul, how many guys are you going to bring out with you?
So that's not fair. I did eat my lobster mac and cheese, so I didn't want you to know that. So.
No, no judgment. How was it?
Richardson, we got you on the big screen tonight, buddy. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is really awesome.
I like it a lot. So I've been trying to keep my mic off because it echoes a lot, and I understand that there's a lot of background noise here at the bar, but it's really cool. I'm super proud to be part of this event, guys. I'm gonna come down and announce with Leroy Schluter, bringing the Remedy down, and I know Chad's been wanting me to come down for a couple years now, and I'm gonna be there. We're gonna have a good time. And we're gonna raise a lot of money.
I mean, you brought the Remedy down for the tractor parade we did there in winter of 19.
Did it?
That's right. We had a good. That was a lot of fun. You know that?
Yes, it was.
That was super.
That was the only time that rap was ever seen in public.
Is that right?
Yeah. No, I picked it up. I brought it to Chad's place, and then we loaded it. And then we took it into town, and then it never saw the daylight ever again. And I peeled it off about 2 weeks ago. So it's all good.
And I think at that event, we did have at least one rep from the company there. So for their one marketing event where they actually got to get it out, theoretically it did them some good. So, no, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think every single one of us who's on this call tonight, we're all going to be down there for it. I won't miss it unless I absolutely have to, and I won't have to. I had a blast there the first time. I was honored to be a part of it then, honored to be a part of it now. And, you know, I can't wait to see what you guys do, and we're excited to watch it grow. And what's the goal this year? Are we still doing beds, or are we?
Yep. Our goal this year is to do a draft omni bed again. And then I don't have my notes. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a special blanket that they use in the draft omni bed.
And blanket
warmer, something that's they're like $3,500, and so we'd like to add a couple of those to the bed this year.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we're going to try and bring as much of, you know, anything and everything that we can as a team on the beer money promotion side. We're going to, you know, play it up as much as we possibly can. I'm not above burning bridges and calling people out. Adam Wilson wants to know if he can send something to be auctioned.
Absolutely.
Would that be a thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Either auction or raffles. If you have a preference, obviously let us know. We will honor your preference. But everything, again, it bears to be repeated. Everything that we raise goes back to the Children's Miracle or the hospitals. So anything that you donate to be auctioned off or raffled off is that you're giving directly to that organization. So if that is something you're interested in, then please reach out to us on Facebook. You can like our Facebook page, Highland Productions. Let us know. It'll be myself or Chad having that conversation with you. But if you do have a preference, oh my gosh, well now I'm distracted.
Sorry, it was either that or you get a tail waving for, you know, ever.
And pet Chad the same way. It helps. But let us know. Reach out to us on Facebook, and more than happy to, more than happy and really appreciate any and all support. And I do want to give you guys a huge shout out as well. Your support is very much appreciated. Jason, we insisted that you come down and be our MC for the event because you always know how to keep entertaining events even more so. So we can't say enough from the fans to the people interacting with us on our social media. We couldn't, nor would we want to do this without you. You guys make it fun. You guys make it worth it. So thank you so much.
Aw. And I think I know where Adam Wilson's head is at on this, because I've seen him play this strategy before, and with some very, very, very good results. And I know that he has a lot of photos and video footage and things like that of Light Pro guys. Since he lives in Indiana, he gets to see a few more of them than we do sometimes. Mm-hmm. So if I had to guess, that might be a little something along the lines of what he's doing. So
awesome.
But
so I don't know if I should say anything or not say anything, but I think there's some Wisconsin guys up there that is just recently ended up with a new Light Pro tractor, and I sure would like for them to bring her back to Paris and let everybody see it again.
Damn it, Justin.
I think that's a pretty good idea.
I think that's all Zolik's job.
Well, I don't know. I will find out. we do have. We'll see. We have Macville that weekend, but I don't think Light Pro stocks are booked there. So
let's talk Missouri Light Pros. Are we all ready to go, Chad?
Absolutely. First time I've ever been ready before.
You are such a bad liar. What about Trent and Justin? You hear anything from those guys?
What's that?
You hear anything from Trent and Justin? I have not asked them whether or not they're ready to rock, but I know that, I'm sure that they'll be there barring something unforeseen.
Yeah, so last time I talked to him, I talked to Trent a few weeks ago, and they were just starting to tear into it and going to work on it. So I know those guys really well, and if there's a will or there's a way, they'll be there.
Awesome. And I know Hopkins will be there.
He better be there. He missed the first year. He broke before our hook the first year. So
exactly.
He came down to the lake with us and hung out with us for a weekend. So I told him that if he ever wanted to do that again, he better have his tractor at our tractor pull.
Well, and not only that, but Paisley's favorite thing in the world is watching Daddy drive that tractor. So
yes,
I kind of figured that there's a, that's a one hand scratching the other and that kind of a deal.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Jerry's wondering if we can do a juice auction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We
this might very quickly impact my bank account very badly. Thanks, Jerry.
Out of trailer afterward and sell some stuff off that we want to keep.
So the real question: where's the third member of the family?
He's in bed.
No, couldn't keep him up for us.
No.
You're ashamed of us. I get it. It's fine. We understand.
We could keep him up, but I don't think anybody would want that.
Well, we wouldn't necessarily have to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Chad,
Paul's just trying to raise us.
For the first 3 months of that kid's life, I got weekly Snapchats of you sitting on the couch with him watching pulling on Mav TV and this place and that place.
Yes,
kind of dried up. Have I fallen off the friends list or what?
Oh no. He's gonna be a tractor.
Laid up with it?
He's got a little toy tractor, a little rocking tractor that he sits on, and we make pulling noises and do wheelies on it all the time.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, Jason, you got anything else for him? Shall we let these nice people go and enjoy some of the rest of their evening?
Yeah, Chad, Olivia, thanks for coming on tonight. I can't hear as well as I normally can. There's a lot of background noise here in the bar, but it's so cool to have you guys on. Super excited to come down. Glad to hear that the Fayette poll is going to jump on with the Light Pros. As you know, I'll be promoting this as much as I can on Beer Money. I heard Ryan talk about it a little bit earlier. So great cause. I'm going to play one more short little video. I know it's got the wrong date in it, but it has some of the girls in it, and we'll let you guys go tonight, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, thank you.
Hi, we're here with High Limit Productions, and we wanted to let you know we're having a Children's Miracle Network pull, and that's going to be in Paris, Missouri on May 25th. We would like to raise money for a NICU giraffe omnibed. It's a pretty cool thing. We got to do a tour today. Bonnie, tell them about it.
It was this little bed. I mean, it's essentially a little incubator, for lack of a better term. We got to see several just little tiny 2-pound babies in these things. That they were warm, they were safe, they could be fed, they could be touched, they could be. I mean, it just does everything.
Surgeries in the bed, so
yeah,
it was pretty
that
cool.
was another thing.
Yep.
So
that's our goal.
And the best part is it all stays local. So when you ever do a sponsorship with High Limit Productions, your money, you know exactly where that goes. It's Columbia, Missouri's Children's Miracle Network.
Yeah, we said on the ATM. Well, guys, we can wrap it up quicker than normal tonight because I really can't hear that well. But if you guys, I can remove myself from the stream and you guys can talk about. I mean, if anybody, it looks like Halls, Tennessee had a nice poll last weekend. I shared the Florida polls as much as I could for Will Witt. I really don't know what else is going on right now, guys. That Angry Farmer poll is this coming weekend in Ohio. I don't know if anybody's running out to that. Looks like Thurston was down in Halls, Tennessee. I don't know. Is Wilson running out to the Angry Farmer poll at all, guys? Do you know?
I think.
Yeah, he just put in the comments that he's heading there this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's the TNT poll, and their second one got rained out. They're 0 for 2 so far, so their third event, I think it's Lebanon, Kentucky this weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
But TNT Motorsports, they have one every weekend for the first several weeks of the spring here. But yeah, they've been rained out twice.
Oh, hey, Zelik, I got to call you out on this because I caught flack for it after the show last week. It's not Lebanon, Kentucky. It's Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Like N-I-N.
Okay.
Yeah, we can thank Kando Howell for that one.
Yeah.
So
Tom's talking about, I know there's one going on in Texas this weekend. Didn't the little cool side check just get married this past weekend too?
Yes, he did.
He married did he marry Misty's sister? Misty Nelson's sister? Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Now they truly are a two-wheel drive mafia now. So
yes, now it truly is a dynasty.
Yeah, they're kind of running the show there.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have much else. Otherwise, I could wrap it up. So it's up to you guys. You decide.
I'm good as long as we
have
don't
much of anything.
We need to quit playing videos about giraffe omni beds.
RJ did say they're going to try to auction off the mod that Thursday before Farley. I did see him post that on Facebook today. RJ was going to try to stop into the bar tonight because I'm about 20 minutes from his house. But he had to run some drivers down to the Cedar Rapids Airport to fly out to pick up trucks. So that was unfortunate. And Josh Blackburn's out of town this weekend as well. I know Ryan lined up Lisa Tatum next weekend. Is that accurate, Roos?
That is correct. Yes, we will have Lisa next weekend or next Monday with Dad, I believe, and probably Mom. Hopefully. Point of clarification. Did you say auction off the tractor?
Well, the drawing or however they're doing it, right?
Okay, so we have not changed the format of. So it's still going to be all those 250.
Yeah, it's however they're calling it. If you have a bid or $1,000 chance, it's still going to be the same format. I don't know. His post basically said something about the whole state of Iowa and the government and different things like that. They almost have it ironed out, and the plan is to sell or auction or bid off the tractor. You know, you're basically your 1 in 250 chance, like it was before. So
okay, I just wanted to clarify before all of you who are having conjecture on pull off, so you can get your facts correct, so you can twist them later if you so choose.
Well,
and my 30-day ban will probably take effect tomorrow.
Bruce says it like it is. Bruce says it like it is.
You know, I've been around Gerbaugh too long. You know.
Well, guys, I'm going to play a couple video clips, and I'm going to let you guys go, and we'll talk to you next week, okay?
Sounds good, guys.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Take care.
Good. See ya.